The WHAS11 night team is all new right now at 11. The PGA Championship tees off at Valhalla with the start of practice rounds, bringing in thousands of visitors to enjoy Louisville businesses.
It does help us plan for the quieter months when we get some nice business this time. It gives us a little cushion.
It may be an East End event, but its impact we found is citywide. Plus, saying goodbye to an iconic bar in the Highlands.
I mean, businesses throughout the Highlands and throughout Louisville are all kind of going through it right now, I guess.
Also new at 11, the Backdoor Bar and Grill announces its immediate closure. What led to the decision? All new right now on the WHAS 11 night team. Big crowds flocked to Valhalla today in eastern Jefferson County ahead of the PGA Championships held right here in Louisville for the first time since 2014. Hello, everybody, and thanks for joining us on the WHAS 11 night team. I'm Doug Proffitt. Well, it may be an East End event, but we found businesses citywide tonight are saying they are ready to tee up extra profits so close after the Kentucky Derby. WHAS 11 night team's Alex Dieterer and photojournalist Addie Hill are joining me live. And Alex, what did you find today and tonight when you talked with those restaurants and hotels? What are they telling you?
Well, Doug, the fun just keeps on continuing here for the city of Louisville, which has been booming with tourists the entire month of May. And today kicks off yet another week of tourism as the start of the PGA Championship is now underway. Louisville tourism is calling this week the second largest week that the city of Louisville will see in 2024, following, of course, the historic Oaks and Derby 150. From Oaks and Derby 150 to college graduations, to the PGA Championship coming to Valhalla, Louisville businesses are booming with the influx of tourists.
We're expecting a nice crowd in here.
The tournament hasn't been in Louisville since 2014. Molly Malone's co-owner, Tag O'Callahan, knows what the PGA Championship coming to town means for business and is already bringing in extra employees to help for the week.
I actually recall the last time it was here, and it was really good for us.
And has his sights set on an Irish champion.
It's my countryman Shane Lowry to do well. Plus Rory McIlroy as well, of course. We're all Irish. And I know there'll be a lot of their fans in here, in Molly Malone's. Some that will come from all over the United States, but also from that probably will travel from Ireland too. We're really looking forward to welcoming them.
Hotels and Airbnbs across the city are fully booked.
We actually booked up our rooms pretty much the day that the PGA tickets went on sale months ago. So we knew it was going to be a booming time for us because we filled up really quickly for the event.
Including Chateau Bourbon B&B and Norton Commons.
Yeah, it will definitely be our largest month of the year in terms of our overall revenue, and it may potentially be our largest month since we've been in business in 8.5 years.
Louisville Tourism tells us the PGA Championship is expected to bring in about 200,000 people for the week, with nearly $80 million in estimated economic impact. An impact felt at Parley Sports Bar in downtown Louisville.
We've got 6 major hotels within like 2 or 3 blocks from us, so whenever the hotels are full, we get a ton of traffic.
Co-owner Adam Gardenhire says they've got drink specials and a putting green inside the bar for golf fans and up-and-coming golfers, ready for another week of tourists.
We have a lot of locals that come in that live downtown still that come in all the time, but you know, the influx of people always helps us.
We also spoke with the Grady Hotel and Hotel Genevieve today, who tell us they're fully booked throughout the week as people all over the world head here to our city for the PGA Championship. And here in downtown Louisville, it is lively and fun here on this Monday night, so that impact is evident. Live in downtown Louisville, Alex Dieterer with photojournalist Addie Hill, the WHAS 11 night team on your side.
Thank you very much, Alex. Well, the city is expecting plenty of visitors for the PGA Championship. Many people from right here in Kentucky and headed to Valhalla today for the start of the practice rounds. Many folks we talked to were there for one person, Tiger Woods.
She's been giddy all morning the whole way out here, ready to, especially when she heard Tiger was coming around the corner. She had to get a picture.
What was it like to see him, up close like that?
This is surreal, definitely. You see him on TV and in video games for 25 years. You don't know what it's like when he's 10 feet away.
Well, heading out to Valhalla this week, we're on your side with the PGA Championship Guide, complete with those shuttle times. So important. Again, you got to go to the fairgrounds to get out to Valhalla. Gate hours and items you should leave at home. Just text PGA to us, 502-582-7290, and we'll send it directly to your cell phone. Right now, new on the WHAS11 night team, Louisville Metro Police are increasing patrols in Louisville's Cherokee Park after several reports of a man who's been exposing himself and touching women there in Cherokee Park. A Metro Police spokesperson says on May 2nd, police received several calls from various areas in the park. Women reported a man possibly wearing a face mask who ran up to them, touched them inappropriately, and then ran off. Officers responded but weren't able to find him. Then this afternoon, police received a call about a man who exposed himself to a woman near the golf course. He then ran off. Detectives are still trying to identify this man. They're asking anybody with information to call them anonymously at 574-LMPD, and you can also use their online portal. And tonight, Metro Police and city leaders are asking for information to help solve 7 separate shootings in the past 2 days in Louisville. 5 people were killed and several others hurt. One of those shootings happened at a club in Southland Park. It was called the Hot Spot. The shooting happened around 5 Saturday morning, an hour after the business should have closed. Now, Louisville Metro Alcohol Beverage Control has suspended their license.
We're taking action against the owners of places where crimes like this happen. Metro Council recently enacted a new ordinance that provided our administration with new tools to crack down on folks that have ABC licenses that are not acting accordingly.
Louisville Mayor Craig Greenberg says this is the first bar to face an emergency suspension under the new ordinance. So far, police haven't made any arrests in the case. Anyone with information is asked to contact Metro Police at 574-LMPD. And again, you can use the online portal. And all new here at 11 o'clock, the Jefferson County Commonwealth's Attorney's Office has ruled that 2 2023 shootings by Metro police officers were justified use of force. On November 13th, police say Officer O'Shea Rogers shot a suspect, Jerron Bobbitt, when he pointed an assault-style pistol at officers. It happened on Camden Avenue in the Wyandotte neighborhood during a domestic violence call. Bobbitt survived and is facing charges like assault and evading police. The other shooting happened on December 8th on South 4th Street near Churchill Downs. Investigators said the suspect, Marvin Smith, ran from a traffic stop with a gun. When he didn't drop the weapon, police say Sergeant Joshua Arnwine shot him. Perry is charged with fleeing police and wanton endangerment. Now, we want to give you an update. Metro Police have identified the officers who shot and killed a man over the weekend in Pleasure Ridge Park. They are officers Noah Sheets, Bailey Segrist, and Christine Silk. The shooting happened Friday night on Crawford Avenue, very late, when officers responded to reports of an armed man. Police say officers tried to get the man to drop the knife that he was holding and used less lethal options as well that had a limited effect on him. And that's when the 3 police officers fired at the man, hitting him. That man, identified by the coroner's office as 43-year-old Nicholas Pierce, died at the hospital yesterday. Body camera video is expected to be released in the coming days. Now tonight, we want to take a moment to give you a look ahead to a WHAS 11 News exclusive interview coming up only on WHAS 11 your way on Thursday. She's talking for the first time and only to us. Today, I spent a few hours interviewing 26-year-old Sydney Thomas. She's the driver of that semi-truck that crashed and hung over the side of the 2nd Street Bridge over 40 harrowing minutes. She told me she didn't move, fearing even breathing hard in that cab could shake the semi loose at any second. I talked with Sydney and her father Mark at length for this WHAS exclusive interview coming up. It's her first time talking publicly about the event watched around the world as it happened. Our lengthy interview is this Thursday starting at 6 and 11, but she's an important voice for all of us to hear. So here's an early look. We sat with the 2nd Street Bridge right behind us.
God kept me here for a reason. Because I really shouldn't be here, but I am. So I'm just, giving him all the honor because, stuff like that don't happen every day.
Is that the first time you've seen it since the accident?
This close, yeah. And I don't know. I just, it is kind of hard to look at, but I mean, I'm not there. I'm here, so.
Again this Thursday at 6, the first of our exclusive interview with Sydney Thomas. This was the first time she has been this close to the 2nd Street Bridge since the crash on March 1st. She talks about the rescue, the driver who's facing serious charges for causing the crash, and yes, her future of driving over bridges. Her dad is also a semi-driver, and he has helped her through this as her attention now turns to her 5-year-old son Mason, who just celebrated his birthday today. The Miracle on the 2nd Street Bridge. It's Thursday at 6 and 11 and only on WHAS 11 News. We look forward to that. So long to a cherished Louisville tradition tonight. After 39 years, a longtime Louisville staple in the Highlands has closed its doors for good. Today, the Back Door Bar and Grill in Mid-City Mall announced its immediate closure. WHAS 11 Night Team's Taylor Woods and photojournalist Elijah McKenzie talked to the owner about what led to the closing.
Known for their wings, giant mural, and good times, the Back Door, a family-owned bar and grill, is closed after nearly 40 years in the Highlands.
We were really just trying to stay afloat, and it became too much of an uphill battle.
Taylor Dant says it's been tough trying to manage the family-owned business after his father, John Dant, passed away in October. John founded the bar 39 years ago.
It's whether something goes wrong and you have to catch up on bills or business being down, just in general.
Dant says this was a tough decision to make after years of support from patrons. The bar has such a large footprint in the community. Eric Gavan, president of the Highland Guild of Commerce, says John Dant was always involved in community conversations.
The mall itself had benefited from John, and I do know that he would work with us to keep things calm.
Long-term customers have been walking up only to find out that these doors are closed for good after 39 long years.
I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna miss the people here.
Kimberly Page Mangan says her father, Bill Page, painted the mural of local customers inside the bar, featuring faces from doctors to musicians. Now she's hoping those memories can be saved.
Just for him and for everybody else who has a piece on that wall, to have something back of it or not to be destroyed.
While others feel a part of Louisville is now gone.
Wow, he's taking a part of something that was important to me.
We asked Taylor if he plans to reopen his dad's business later down the road. He says right now it's just too soon to decide.
I would love to keep the name going, but right now it's up in the air.
Thanking the community for their long-term support. In Louisville, Taylor Woods, WHAS 1119 on your side.
So tough for that young man. We're certainly thinking of him tonight, and at this time it is not clear what will happen to the space in the Mid-City Mall that the Back Door occupies.